Vibe blowing at the J. Got the loud jumping at the bay. Everything I'm on slap. Everything I do is got the band jumping at the bay. Vibe blowing at my J. Got the loud jumping at the bay. Everything I'm on slap. Everything I do is got the band jumping out the bag. Another milestone, look at that. Paper boy, I'm a paper route till I'm 6 down on my back. I'm an old soul like my dad. My old girl still a fan. And yo girl at the live show, so don't act like I ain't the man. I'm kicking my feet up, get frank like Aretha. I'm calm but I'm teed up, just flip me a stack. The re-up just doubled up off of the muscle, I stuck to the task. They see me, I'm troubled, I'm bubbling up till it's stuck. And they want me to stay where I'm at. I'm good everywhere that I'm stepping, my presence is crucial. You know that this shit not no trend. On a big wave, I'm controlling the tide. Snake eyes when you rolling the dice. So with the stakes inside, I could never take another nigga advice. They can't reach the sky, I'm aiming up high. I just wanna know what it's like. Y'all know what it's like, I come from outside of this. Out the quicksand, I'm the big man, doing big things. Couple big change, up a state lines, doing stage dives on cam. Get my guitar. It ain't no limit to my vision. Check the temp, I'm on fire with it. Got the band jumping out the bag, Prosecco on ice. I'm nobody nice, gonna run up a check. Demand my respect. I'm doing the most, I never quit. They want me to quit. I'm good as it come, I'm good as it gets. Vibe blowing at the J. Got the loud jumping out the bag. Everything I'm on slap. Everything I do is got the band jumping out the bag. Vibe blowing at my J. Got the loud jumping out the bag. Everything I'm on slap. Everything I do is got the band jumping out the bag. Vibe blowing on the J. Everything I'm on slap. Everything I do is she might be what I need. She gets spicy, want taste test, come bite me. Yeah, I'm icy, way too icy. I get paper, on big screen, I'm Spike Lee. I'm vibing, vibing, too wavy. I could tell they wanna get like me. Timid straight shooter, I'm dumping the clip that I'm dipping. Hitting the mark with the weightiest art. I rage with my heart and it's right with my wrists. Cut up the pay with the real ones. I see a few million, we want it, we need it, let's get it. Long live the niggas that get it, they live how they say it. A sentence, we really the trillest. Please don't pretend with that love that you send it is fuck if you like me, I call me the villain. Somebody tell God forgive me, I'm sinning. I think that she know, but he got me, I'm winning. Cloud is a dangerous drug and your phone is the plug. Everybody on that shit pretending. So many lost and they chasing what's trending. Boy, yeah, let's forget it, I'm back to my senses. I'm only helping a man in the mirror. From here on, I'm open, I'm focused. Okay, I lied if you riding, I'm riding. I put on the folks and trusting me. Get with it, come fuck with me. I don't bet it's love, you stuck with me. I'm coming in clutch for me. Get with it, they get lost, ain't nobody touching me, yeah. She like me, she might be what I need. She get spicy, want taste test, come bite me. Yeah, I'm icy, way too icy. I get paper, on big screen, I'm Spike Lee. Too wavy, and see they won't get like me. I'm vibey, just vibey. Too wavy, come and get like me. She like me, she might be what I need. Too icy, way too icy. I get paid, a big screen, I'm spiky. I'm vibey, just vibey. Too wavy, I could tell they wanna get like me. I'm vibey, just vibey. Too wavy, come and get like me.
Before you tell me that I've changed a lot, take a minute to consider a lot has changed me.
Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Rob coming back at you once again with another live stream. So before we get started, you already know what to do. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the bell icon twice. Smash the like button, share this video out to all of your followers, and let's get it cracking. All right, so shout out to everyone who is in the building early. It is good to see each and every one of you. If you guys can hear me okay and everything looks and sounds good on the screen, please give me a thumbs up or a radiation emoji in the chat. If you cannot hear me or things are looking bad, sounding bad, please give me a thumbs down or an angry face. While you guys are doing that, I'm going to shout out everybody who is in the building early. All right. Shout out to Catsy. What's good with it, Catsy? Shout out to Mod Extraordinaire, Brooklyn Queen. What's good with it, Brooklyn Queen? Make sure that you guys do exactly what she says. All right. Shout out to Sybil. What's good with it, Sybil? Shout out to my man, Al McCowan. What's good with it, bro? Shout out to Carlton Way. What's good with it, bro? Shout out to Al McCowan for standing on business. Make sure y'all throw them targets in the chat for my man, Al McCowan. And also make sure you guys throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for him for funding the organization and getting us closer to that goal. Definitely appreciate you, bro.
I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business.
All right, and that is it. All right, so make sure you guys smash that like button. Also, like I said, if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the bell icon twice and subscribe to the channel. All right, so we about to talk about the crackdown. Shout out to my man Fomosaki. You know what I'm saying? My man Fomosaki is in the building. Hi, you know what I'm saying? What's good with it, bro? We about to talk about this crackdown on the nationwide undocumented. All right, so gotta ask the question. All right, gotta ask the question. We're gonna ask it every time when it comes to Trump being in office. Has he, quote unquote, delivered on certain campaign promises for conservatives and couch conservatives? Y'all know who the couch conservatives are, right? Did he deliver on the campaign promises? So we're going to take a look at some of what's been going down. All right. Got to run through this one pretty quick because your boy's time is limited. All right. So I'm going to try to get through as much as we can, as fast as we can. All right. So if it seems kind of rushed, that's why.
Bring in Ohio Republican Senator Bernie Moreno. I guess you'll be working through the weekend, but probably happy to do so to get these things done. In the meantime, President Trump has pushed forward very quickly on the immigration crackdown. By the numbers, this is call for number 2 here. By Thursday, there were 373 criminal arrests, 165 non-criminal arrests. We had 16 gang members picked up and 1,000 removals or repatriations. Donald Trump told Sean Hannity this just the other night.
You look at people pouring into this country and
now shout out to Carlton. Carlton said he delivered. Shout out to Catsy. Catsy says he is currently delivering. I hope he keeps going. If you guys agree with Carlton and Catsy, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down.
They're being reported where you're seeing major terrorists, are now in our country, and they knew that this was happening, and they did nothing about it. They had an open borders policy. When you have a country that's taking gang members off the street and dropping them into our country, nothing good is going to happen.
And Senator, just to put up for everybody on the screen to see this, Caroline Leavitt, the president's press secretary, posted this photograph on X saying that the deportation flights have begun. Your reaction on the immigration push right out of the gate?
Well, it should never have happened in the first place. As President Trump said, it's absolutely ridiculous that these.
Now, shout out to Mr. J. Mr. J says, I'm still waiting on him to clean up Chicago and to lock up Johnson and Pritzker. All right. Now, check this out, right? Me personally, I don't think that Johnson and Pritzker are going anywhere. If you guys think that Johnson and Pritzker are getting locked up, give me a thumbs up. If you guys don't, give me a thumbs down. As far as clean up Chicago, right? Here's my question. If Trump is doing this as a service to people who voted for him and supported his campaign, here's my question. Should Chicago be prioritized? If Chicago should be prioritized, give me a thumbs up. If it shouldn't, then give me a thumbs down. Shout out to my man, AB Promotions. Hey, we are 1 out of 10. Make sure y'all throw some targets in the chat. Shout out to my man, AB Promotions. AB Promotions said, I'm sorry, I have a weird sense of humor, but old boy in back of the squad car had to go. You talking about old dude? Yeah, he had to get up out of there. You know what I'm saying? He had to get up out of there. You know what I'm saying? They had to get him up out of there like DMX. You know what I'm saying? I ain't get a dime, but at least I got up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, bro. Make sure you guys show AB Promotions some love for funding the organization. Definitely appreciate it, bro.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the March of Dimes.
He didn't get his papers, but at least he got up out of there. You know what I'm saying?
People were allowed into our country. We're going to get them all out of here and restore safety and security to our cities. That's what the voters expressed on November 5th, and that's what we're going to get done.
Senator Moreno, good to see you. You're now the senior senator from Ohio. And I wanted to ask you about the pushback that you're seeing from some officials, state and local officials, who say...
Shout out to Katsy. Now, Katsy says priority should be closing the border. I agree, right? 100%. If that's what he said he was going to do, then he should do it. However, if you ask me, those that voted to support that should be the people in line first for it. That would make the most sense, right? Yeah, I agree. Then Chicago and other cities. If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. You can't not pay for something with a vehicle of currency and then expect to be dealt with in a prioritized way. That doesn't make sense, does it? Let me know. If I'm wrong, if I'm off base, if I'm out of touch, if I'm not making sense, please let me know. If I'm making sense and I'm not off base, then let me know. Because the people in Chicago have voted for politicians to create the conditions in Chicago for 60 years, right? So Chicago is a representation of a 60-year voting pattern. And let's just add another one. I would say a 61-year voting pattern based on the exit polls, right? So if people who were voting for Trump were voting for that as a specific voter issue, the people with the majority of people who voted for Trump, the states with the majority of people who voted for Trump, should get serviced first. Wouldn't you guys agree? That's how it is in a company, right? If you're a company and you're a minority shareholder, 9 times out of 10, unless you're voting with the majority, you're probably not going to get whatever your objectives are met. When it comes to shareholders, the majority shareholders usually get serviced first. Now, the majority can be number or the majority can be a weighted average. Let me ask you guys this. Is there a weighted average high concentration of quote unquote Trump support in Chicago? If there is, give me a thumbs up. If there's not, give me a thumbs down.
Listen, we're going to fight this federal action. The Chicago mayor is one of them. Take a listen.
We are a welcoming city and we are a sanctuary city. That has not changed.
Now, Chicagoans voted for him. Chicagoans voted for the most resistance to Trump's current objectives. What does that say? What does that say? There's consequences with actions. If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. Shout out to AW1. What's good with you, bro? There's consequences to actions. If Chicagoans put in a mayor like Brandon Johnson, that doesn't really seem like people in Chicago are really in line with what Trump wants to do. Right? This is that whole dual reality things. This is the dual reality of things. It's kind of difficult to vote for a mayor like Brandon Johnson and then say, we need these mass deportation initiatives started ground zero here? Why'd you put Brandon Johnson in office? Why'd you vote for J.B. Pritzker as the governor? How come people don't have an explanation for that? Because that's what happened. Let me ask you guys this question. Are we addressing what happened? This is what happened. He didn't just drop out of the sky and become the mayor. Neither did J.B. Pritzker. He didn't just drop out of the sky and become the governor. So how'd they get there? How do you vote for them and then say you want Trump to come in and clean it up? It doesn't make any sense. So we need an explanation for it. We need a rationale for that type of action and expectation. Does anybody have one? If anybody has one, give me a thumbs up. If nobody does, then give me a thumbs down.
Welcoming city, and we are a sanctuary city. That has not changed because of who won the election. Any of the measures that the president is looking to execute against working people in the city of Chicago, we will defend our city. It's just that simple.
Sounds like a
Shout out to Black Spider. Black Spider said they were tricked. He wasn't like that before being elected. Let me ask you guys this question. How many people knew that Brandon Johnson was more liberal than Lori Lightfoot? If you knew that, give me a thumbs down. If you didn't know that, then give me a thumbs down. Now, here's another question, right? People are saying that they were tricked. Is there anybody that can supply us with trickery propaganda where Brandon Johnson emphasized that he would not do any of what he's doing right now? If there's any of that, if anybody can provide it to us, drop it in the Discord, whatever, we'll review it for sure, right? But let's just keep it a buck. Nobody was tricked. If you guys agree nobody was tricked, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, then give me a thumbs down. If you guys don't believe me that nobody was tricked, you guys should go and check out the videos. I know TD Media Group did a video about Brandon Johnson before he got elected. Shout out to Harvey, Your World, did a video. He's from Chicago, talking about Brandon Johnson. I did several videos about Brandon Johnson. So now here's my question. If there was trickery involved, who tricked people? Because we need to deal with those people who are going around doing all this trickery to the people that get tricked, right? If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down.
policy car crash about ready to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's looking to get the prize as the stupidest, most ineffective mayor in American history. He's there already. He's just going for extra credit. Look, at the end of the day, he has so many problems in the city, American citizens that live under terrible conditions. He should be advocating for them and not illegal criminals. But again, this guy's completely out of his mind.
Do you guys agree with what he said? If you guys agree with him on the screen, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree with him on the screen, give me a thumbs down. Why is he saying that and Brandon Johnson is saying something different than that? Didn't people vote for Brandon Johnson to do what he just said? So my question is, why is he saying that and Brandon Johnson saying something different? I got to agree. If you guys agree with AB Promotion, throw some flames in the chat. AB Promotion says they knew what they were buying when Brandon Johnson was elected. Facts. Absolutely.
Hopefully the voters in Chicago get rid of him.
I wanted to ask you about you getting ready to push right out of the gate as well. You've introduced a bill that focuses on asylum and the reforms needed there. We'll put it up on the screen for people to see, requiring asylum seekers to file application at legal ports of entry, refusing access to those who cross illegally, amongst other things. Tell me a little bit about your options here to try to get this done.
Well, as you know, we have a country that welcomes almost 1 million people, like myself and my family, to this country. And what asylum does, it allows people to skip the line. So people who claim asylum when it's absolutely not true, they're not fleeing persecution because of nationality or race. They're just trying to get a shortcut into this country. We got to stop that and have an legal immigration system that honors people who actually follow the legal process. So this is truly common sense, and I'm hoping that we get a lot of Democrat support on this bill.
Senator, how fast do you think this immigration deportation is going to happen? I mean, if you were to project out forward, obviously.
Shout out to Crew Reality. What's good with it, bro? Shout out to everybody watching. I appreciate you guys. If you all haven't smashed the like button yet, please do me a favor. Take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys have not hit the bell, please take a moment, hit that bell, and also please share the stream to your social media.
Dana talked about the numbers just Thursday. Where do you think this goes?
I think we're going to get to probably a goal of 1 million people by the end of this year, which is critically essential. We have that many already that have deportation orders on top of criminals that we don't know where they are. And I think that's going to have an effect to block people from wanting to come to this country. Look, we got to get this under control. We deserve, the citizens of America deserve a sovereign country, a secure country, and that's what we're going to give them.
Let me ask you a little bit about the fact that you were having to work through the weekend. Chuck Schumer basically said they're going to slow walk it, and John Thune said we could do this the hard way or the easy way. Ultimately, it does seem that everyone will get confirmed, at least the ones who have passed through committee so far.
Yeah, look, I came from the private sector where working 90, 100 hours a week was normal. So to Chuck Schumer, bring it on. If you want to have all of your colleagues spend the weekend here, let's go. There's plenty of things to do in Washington, D.C. We'll work through the night. We're going to work 24/7 if we need to. President Trump deserves his cabinet, and it's up to us to make sure he gets it as soon as possible. It's a national security imperative. The fact that Kristi Noem's still not in the job is terrible. The fact that Pete Hegseth is still not in the job is terrible. We're going to get it done. I think all the Republicans are united in that idea. And let's work through the weekend, Chuck.
All right, Senator. Thanks so much for the time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kelly.
All right, so there's that. All right, so we got a situation, all right, that occurred in Houston, Texas. All right, my question for everybody is, how many people heard about it? You know what I'm saying? That's the popular question that everybody likes to ask. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to ask that question. How many people heard about this? All right. ICE Houston deports accused child rapist to Mexico who has illegally entered the U.S. 4 times. Now, let me ask you guys this question. If a criminal like this illegally entered the United States 4 times, what does that tell you about the current border policy? Does that tell you that it's effective, or does that tell you that it's ineffective? That's my question for you guys. U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement and Removal Operations Houston, with assistance from ERO Mexico and Security Alliance for Fugitive Enforcement Task Force, repatriated Nestor Flores Encarnacion, a 58-year-old undocumented alien, to his home country of Mexico January 23rd. Flores has illegally entered the United States 4 times and is wanted in Juarez, Mexico, for rape of a child. Now, here's my question. Why did the United States welcome him 4 times? Why did the United States welcome him 4 times? Is my question. ICE deportation officers transported Flores from the Montgomery Processing Center in Conroe, Texas, to the Juarez-Lincoln Bridge in Laredo, Texas, and he was transferred into custody of Mexican authorities. This foreign fugitive brazenly entered the U.S. in violation of our nation's laws on 4 separate occasions to evade prosecution in Mexico for allegedly raping a child, said ERO Houston Field Office Director Brett A. Bradford. Dangerous foreign fugitives and criminal aliens who are accused of or have committed heinous crimes like sexually assaulting a child will find no safe haven in Southeast Texas. Now, let me ask you guys this question. Why is it that elsewhere in the United States they wish to provide a safe haven for people like this? That's my question for everybody. Why do they want to do that? Somebody let me know. Our immigration officers work tirelessly to successfully locate, apprehend undocumented aliens. All right. So again, this is undocumented, right? So when you listen to the Democrats and they're advocating for these people, they're not advocating for the people that are being arrested or the people that are the targets of these raids. In Houston, who threaten public safety, national security, and border security, and will not rest until they're repatriated to their country of origin and no longer a threat to the community. Now, there's been rumors, right? And I'm not sure if this is true or not. Somebody can update me in the comment section. But I heard that they've been using military aircraft to repatriate people back to their country of origin. If you guys heard that, give me a thumbs up. If you guys did not hear that, then give me a thumbs down. That's what I have heard has been going down. All right. Flores illegally entered the U.S. February 16th, 2002, near Roma, Texas. The U.S. Border Patrol apprehended Flores and voluntarily returned him to Mexico on February 17th of 2002. Flores illegally re-entered the U.S. on February 20th of 2002 and on February 22nd of 2002. This was 2 days apart. You know what I'm saying? This was 2 days apart where he exited and re-entered. Again, Is the immigration system working if this is happening? Shout out to Patrick. What's good with it, bro? If the immigration system is working as a result of this happening, let me know. To me, this is evidence that is clearly not. You know what I'm saying? On both occasions, he was arrested by Border Patrol officers and voluntarily returned to Mexico the same day. All right. So he was turned back into Mexico that same day. Flores illegally entered the United States a fourth time, all right, on an unknown date and at an unknown location. ERO Houston deportation officers successfully apprehended Flores August 23rd of 2024 at a residence in Houston after receiving an alert indicating that he was potentially illegally residing in the Houston area and wanted in Mexico for rape of a child. All right, so this is the fourth time that he got into the country. How did he get into the country all these damn times? Shout out to Leonard. What's good with it, bro? How did he get into the country all these times? Flores was placed into immigration proceedings and granted a voluntary departure under safeguards by an immigration judge with the Justice Department's Executive Office for Immigration Review. All right. The Security Alliance for Fugitive Enforcement Program is a fugitive enforcement program sharing partnership that was created in 2012 to better use subject information derived from local in-county investigative resources and leads to locate, apprehend, and detain and remove individuals residing in the U.S. illegally who were subject to foreign arrest warrants. All right. So now you know that this program probably had a hard time operating over the last 4 years. If you guys would agree, this program more than likely had a hard time operating over the last 4 years. Give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree and you think that this program operated fairly easy under the last 4 years, give me a thumbs down. Why would they have had a hard time over the last 4 years? The SAFE program operates under the respective host nation's assistant attaché for removal, which constructs a SAFE task force composed of relevant foreign law enforcement agencies, immigration authorities, attorney generals, and national identification repositories, as well as other regional, national, state, and local government agencies. The managing assistant attaché ensures that each task force member complies with SAFE policies and standards consistent with the program's standard operating procedures. Once established, the assistant attaché-led SAFE task force generates new leads and vets via existing SAFE fugitive referrals for ERO actions. All right. ERO is one of ICE's 3 operational directories and is the principal federal law enforcement agency in charge of domestic immigration enforcement. ERO's mission is to protect the homeland through the arrest and removal of those who undermine the safety of U.S. communities and the integrity of U.S. immigration laws, and its primary area of focus are interior enforcement operations, management of the agency's detained and non-detained populations, and repatriation of non-citizens who have received final orders for removal. Now, let me ask you guys this question. Do you all think that this agency was able to do its job under the Biden administration? If you all think that this agency was able to do its job under the Biden administration, give me a thumbs up. If you guys do not think that this agency was able to do its job under the Biden administration, then give me a thumbs down. Now, here's my question. If this was such a priority, why did people vote for Biden to not do to not allow agencies like this to do their job? That to me makes very little sense. Shout out to everybody watching. I appreciate you guys. If you all have not smashed the like button yet, please do me a favor. Take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys have not hit the bell, please take a moment, hit that bell. Share the stream to your social media. Shout out to you guys. I appreciate you. We got 17 people watching and we got 19 likes. We're on the 1-to-1 ratio. Throw them 100s in the chat. All right. Excuse me. ERO's workforce consists of more than 7,700 law enforcement and non-law enforcement support personnel across 25 domestic field offices and 208 nationwide locations, 30 overseas postings, and multiple temporary duty travel assignments along the border. All right. Now, let me ask you guys this question. Last time I checked, ICE is hiring, right? How many people putting in job applications to work for ICE? Here go the number right here. When you call the tip line, you know what I'm saying? People can ask about them applications, you know what I'm saying? And get on the ground and do some of this stuff if they care so much, right? Members of the public who have information about foreign fugitives are urged to contact ICE by calling the tip line at 1-866-347-2423 or internationally at 001-1802-872-6199. All right. Everybody wants to do this, right? If the mods put the phone numbers in the chat, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. All right. They can also file a tip online by completing ICE's online tip form. All right. So let's get this online tip form. We're going to put this online tip form in the chat. All right. Because this is what people say they want to do. All right. ICE online tip form. All right. Now, you know, if they got rewards, you know, that's when I'll pick up the phone because I'm about to buy some Bitcoin with the rewards. But if they ain't offering no rewards, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got it. So I'm going to drop this in the Discord. All right. ICE tip line. All right. Boom. ICE tip line live in the Discord. All right. Look, some people drop. Maybe some people about to go tell on some people about to go tell on some migrants right now. Also, here's the Twitter account, ERO Houston. All right. Let me see. Copy link address. Boom. We're gonna put that in the chat as well. All right. We're gonna put it in the chat. ERO Houston. To people in the Houston area. Twitter. Boom. There it is right there. It should be in the chat. Oh, that link is kind of ridiculous there. Hold on real quick. We're going to see if we can get a better link. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. Let's see what we got. All right, there we go. This is better. This is a better link right here. All right, so people going to be calling, right? Y'all going to be using this stuff. All right, there it is right there. All right. So next, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the implications of some of these orders, because what they're saying is that, quote unquote, some people are, quote unquote, stranded. Now, let me ask you guys this question. Weren't they stranded before? Weren't these people stranded at their destinations before? Apparently they stranded now.
It was immediate. As soon as Donald Trump became president, the US's online asylum system suspended. Migrants waiting for their appointment found it cancelled.
We're just looking at the message that appeared through the app here through Ulysses. It says existing appointments scheduled through CBP1 are no longer valid. So that's it. That's the end of a 2-month journey, and I guess the end of the hope that today was going to be the day that they crossed into the States.
He was shell-shocked.
We sold the house and car to come here. In Venezuela, we have nothing. We're bad at all.
That was just day one. By Wednesday, there was more. Troops deploying to the border. Being built, and an executive order which, the White House said, suspends the physical entry of aliens engaged in an invasion of the United States through the southern border. Defining undocumented migrants as invaders means US officials don't have to offer them asylum. They can simply put them out. The inflammatory language, the sound of a door slamming shut.
Now, let me ask you guys this question. How many people agree with the quote unquote classification of invader? If you guys agree with that classification, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. My question is, how is it not an invasion? And then I guess we have to ask the other question, right? How is it an invasion? All right, so let's do that. Shout out to you guys. We got the 1-to-1. All right, 20 people watching, 19 likes. We need the one person who didn't like the video yet to like the video. All right. So shout out to the people in the chat. Make that, flush them out. Make that person like the video. Shout out to Scotty D. What's good with it? All right.
The question for foreign migrants now in limbo in North Mexico, what next? That country's president offered repatriation.
If they want to voluntarily return to their countries, there are mechanisms that exist.
The shelters that now house them might soon be needed for Mexicans. President Trump's also planning mass deportations, and more than 40% of undocumented people in the US are Mexican. The country could see an influx of its citizens heading home. A group of around 70 arrived on Tuesday night in Tijuana, among them farm workers who said they'd been picked up from the fields. What do you think of Trump? They were asked. He's really doing a lot of damage to hard-working people like us, one replied. They're likely to be just the vanguard of many more, as President Trump plans for one-way traffic coming across this border. John Holman, Al Jazeera, Tijuana.
All right, so
make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.
So what do you guys think about that, right? Now, again, if you ask me, the people that employ those people are contributing to those crimes, because if those people followed the law, there would be less of an incentive for those people to illegally come to the United States. Like, the thing is that they're saying that they're making it hard to work, right? Okay, well, it's making it hard for all of us to be a millionaire because we can't just go and sell crack, right? We could go get a brick and make more money than we make at our jobs just by getting a brick off. So if we get caught selling crack, are we able to go to the judge and say, you know what, by not allowing me to sell this crack, you're making it difficult for me to feed my family? Would that logic hold up in court? If that logic will hold up in court, give me a thumbs up. If it don't, give me a thumbs down. I think some people might have actually used that logic in court. We can go ask them in their jail cell or in their prison cell how that worked out for them.
Begin with a crackdown on undocumented immigrants by President Trump. Only 3 full days into Mr. Trump's tenure, and a federal judge in Seattle today issuing a temporary restraining order to stop the president's executive order that overturns the constitutionally protected birthright citizenship. The judge calling Trump's action blatantly unconstitutional. The president, by the way, says he's going to appeal. Meanwhile, the judge's action comes as federal law enforcement, including ICE agents, have arrested nearly 500 undocumented immigrants in several cities, all of them since the president was sworn in on Monday. And some of those arrests were in our area.
Hey, look at your boy right there. He's showing. Hey, look at your boy right there. He's showing all the teeth. You know what I'm saying? He got that good Medi-Cal dental plan. You know what I'm saying? Oh man. Hey, yeah. Shout out to my man John Guillory. John Guillory come in talking the right stuff. You know what I'm saying? John Guillory said, "What's good, Rob and the B1 fam? I came at the right time. $1,500 per person. I can use that for crypto." Right, facts. John Guillory coming in with that good Bitcoin first gospel. With that good, is that Bitcoin first or Binance first? Let me know.
Hundreds of thousands of New Yorkers are more than worried right now. Eyewitness News reporter NJ Burkett live at City Hall with tonight's lead story. Newt.
Yeah, so where will it end, Bill? That is the question you're hearing tonight in the corridors of New York City Hall. Now, the mayor, as you know, has made it clear he opposes mass deportations. But there are those tonight who want to hear more. Immigration agents are descending on communities across the nation. These men taken into custody outside Boston. An alleged MS-13 member from El Salvador arrested just outside New York, along with a Jamaican man facing child pornography charges here in the city.
All right, so, you know, we talked about some of this yesterday, all right? And I had another video that talked about the same thing just from a different angle. I'm going to move that up to the front so we can keep some of this stuff grouped together, all right? Shout out to everybody watching. I really appreciate you guys. If you all haven't smashed the like button yet, please do me a favor, take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys have not hit that bell, subscribe to the channel, share the stream to your social media.
President Trump's executive orders give federal authorities broad powers to track down and deport undocumented immigrants. For the moment, the targets appear to be suspected criminals, but city officials aren't sure what to think or what to expect. City Council Speaker Adrian Adams.
We're in a wait and see mode. I mean, we don't know, how broad this is going to impact our folks.
New York sanctuary city laws forbid city agencies from cooperating in all but criminal cases. The NYPD cannot assist in mass deportations. A guidance memo makes that clear. The fact that a person is present in the United States without lawful authorization is a civil matter, not a crime. Even the council's conservative members support that.
I don't think they're going to just start deporting anybody. They're going to focus on the criminals. Who would be against that?
This is not mass deportation of good people. This is mass deportation of the worst of the worst.
As recently as last night, Mayor Adams urged immigrants not to go into hiding.
Children should go to school. Those who need health care should go to hospitals. Those who are involved in any type of interaction where they're victims of a crime, they should speak to the law enforcement agencies. We've maintained that over and over again. And we're going to continue to stand up for all New Yorkers, documented and undocumented.
But some say Adams should be more outspoken. The speaker questions his motives and his relationship with President Trump.
The mayor is somehow prohibitive from saying.
I want you guys to pay very close attention. You see that? Look right there. I need answers to this question. I need answers to this question, or I'm just in the stream right here. Who's holding the crowbar? Who's holding the crowbar? Now, y'all know, hopefully Carlton watching, because Carlton might save y'all. Who's holding the crowbar?
Saying certain things about the new president, so I'm not sure that would happen.
Do you feel that he needs to mount a more vigorous defense of the season for the community?
Yes, I do.
Well, if there is a plan to deal with mass deportations, the council speaker says she has yet to see it. In a city of 400,000, an estimated 400,000 undocumented immigrants, the fear tonight is real.
The fear. Now, let me ask you guys a question. How is the fear tonight real? If you're illegally listen, I want to ask you guys this question. Shout out to Catsy and Scotty D. Y'all got me dead. The fear is real, right? Why is the listen, the entire time laws have been broken, right? That's a true statement. The entire time laws had been broken. Now that there's an administration in Washington that's actually going to prosecute people for breaking these laws, right? Now the fear is there. The chances of being prosecuted for breaking a law had always been there because they broke the law, right? If that's true, give me a thumbs up. If it's not true, then give me a thumbs down. So now we got to ask the question, why is the fear there, quote unquote, now? The fear should have always been there. Anytime you break a law, what is the fear? There's fear that you're going to get caught, right? There's fear of law enforcement, right? So that's just logical. Not apparently with a lot of these people believed that they had no reason to fear, despite the fact that they were breaking the law. And the fact that they had no reason to fear, that should bring up some serious questions about the Biden administration's ability to actually enforce the law, which they clearly didn't and had no intention of doing it. And as a matter of fact, planned on rolling back more things until it was just bedlam down there.
Well, President Trump's illegal immigration crackdown is off to a fast start. Fox News has learned that in a 33-hour period between Tuesday morning and Wednesday night, ICE agents arrested over 460 migrants, many with long criminal history.
I got to agree. I got to agree with Scotty D. Scotty D says criminal, illegal immigrant is a double statement. By being here illegally, you are already a criminal. Sounds logical to me. If you guys agree with Scotty, throw some flames in the chat. If you disagree with Scotty, put some thumbs down in the chat. Somebody throw a thumbs up in the chat for me. I agree. That's completely logical.
But these operations aren't just limited to Boston. They're taking place all over the country. Bill Malugin is getting an exclusive look at this massive, important operation in the sanctuary city of Boston. Live now to Bill.
Well, Emily, we've heard officials here in Boston and in Massachusetts say repeatedly they are not going to cooperate with ICE or mass deportation efforts by the Trump administration. And ICE says, well, that's perfectly fine. You don't have to cooperate with us. We're still going to go into your city and we're going to do the job. And we were with ICE Boston yesterday for about 10.
So I want to ask you guys this question. All of these criminals that they've shown, why would these governments, these local governments, these cities, these states, why would they have an issue with these particular people being arrested? Why would anybody have a problem with that? Does it make any sense? It doesn't make any sense to me why anybody would have a problem with that. It's kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? They have a big problem with getting these illegal criminal migrants out. They're hitting the criminals first. It doesn't make any sense. Shout out to you guys, man. You guys are doing great. You're still on the 1-to-1 ratio. I appreciate it. Make sure y'all throw some hundreds in the chat. We got 21 people watching. We got 22 likes. Let's try to get the likes to 40.
10 hours as we got to watch them firsthand carry out immigration enforcement. Take a look.
Good morning, everyone.
It's a frigid 5 degrees in the pre-dawn hours just outside of Boston, where this team of elite ICE officers is briefing on their targets for the day.
We're going to be targeting some extremely violent offenders today.
Within moments, the officers are on the move.
Now, we actually watched this video, right? We watched this from the Boston local news channel, all right? Fox is actually replaying an old video, and we watched it on this channel. How many people remember us watching this ride-along of the ICE in Boston with their operation? You guys remember this?
With eyes on their first target.
Looks like we got movement, target vehicle coming out.
They quickly take him into custody. He's an MS-13 gang member wanted in El Salvador for aggravated murder.
Why would anybody want that individual here in the United States? That individual who deleted somebody in El Salvador should get a quote-unquote second chance here in the United States? I don't think so. Me personally, I don't think so. What do you guys think?
And he has an Interpol red notice out for his arrest.
We are targeting very violent.
So let me ask you guys this question. If he has a Interpol red notice out for his arrest, what countries can he go to where he will be welcomed at? If the United States is being radical and extreme by doing this, with an Interpol red notice, what countries would welcome this individual to their country? Let me know what you guys think.
Threats to our community.
I'm not going back to Haiti.
One of those threats is this illegal alien.
I told you, listen here, son. Hey, there he is. Listen here, son. I ain't going back. You understand?
Are targeting very violent threats to our community.
I'm not going back to Haiti.
One of those threats is this illegal alien from Haiti. ICE says he's a gang member with 17 criminal convictions in recent years.
Trump, you feel me? Yo, Biden forever, bro. Thank Obama.
He said he got more John Blaze stuff than that. You hear him? You hear him, AB? And I got more John Blaze stuff than that. You know what I'm saying? Kick in the door, wave in the 4-4. All you heard was don't deport me no more. Kick in the door, wave in the 4-4. All you heard was don't deport me no more. Yo, this goes out to those who refuse to use proper procedures to get in U.S. I got more John Blaze than that. You know what I'm saying? He sound like the mad rapper. You know what I'm saying? He the mad migrant.
Threats to our community.
I'm not going back to Haiti.
One of those threats is this illegal alien from Haiti. ICE says he's a gang member with 17 criminal convictions in recent years.
Trump, you feel me? Yo, Biden forever, bro. Thank Obama for everything that he did for me.
He said, thank Obama, bro. Obama was deporting people too. Obama deported more people than everybody. Hey, Look, he get all his beats by the Rottweiler because he was foaming at the mouth like one. Hey, he up there acting like how Martin had that dog acting when Martin was acting like Nino Brown. Y'all remember that?
ICE Boston quickly takes down its next targets, including this illegal alien from Brazil who has an Interpol red notice for armed robbery. This Salvadoran illegal alien.
Again, so we got another one with the Interpol red notice. This is what I need you guys to tell me. Internationally, where would anyone with a Interpol red notice have the red carpet rolled out for them at? Where would it occur? Where would this happen at?
Alien charged locally with rape and released by a sanctuary jurisdiction. And this Dominican illegal alien charged with assault with a deadly weapon and heroin trafficking. Officers also arrested this Guatemalan.
So we got to do it like this, right? If these people are going to be released back into the streets for committing these crimes, one of two things needs to happen. Everyone who commits these kind of crimes needs to be prosecuted equally according to the law, or everybody needs to be released. One of those two things need to happen. I would prefer people be prosecuted, right? But to be logical, to hold things to a standard, the same thing needs to apply in each situation, and it's not. If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If y'all would disagree, give me a thumbs down.
MS-13 gang member facing gun charges. ICE says he was released from local custody just the day before. Their detainer request was ignored because...
Why was he released? You know what I'm saying? Why was this individual released? Somebody make it make sense.
ICE says he was released from local custody just the day before. Their detainer request was ignored because of sanctuary policies. And in a sign of shifting priorities with the new Trump administration, this man, who was in the same apartment as the target, was also arrested after ICE determined he's also in the U.S. illegally.
Now, shout out to AB Promotions. I think that's the guy right there. That individual there, that's the one who was quote unquote collateral damage. Remember how they was talking about the collateral damage? that boy right there was collateral damage. You know what I'm saying?
This is what ICE calls collateral.
Actually, so you guys got your main target just now, but you got somebody else.
Yeah, see, he was collateral damage. Hey, bro, you correct. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Sorry, you coming with us too.
What just happened?
So our main target was released by a sanctuary jurisdiction, not honoring a detainer. That person was released back into the community, and when we went to go find him, he's with somebody else who was previously removed from the United States. So he's going to go today too.
And that is exactly what Border Czar Tom Homan has warned would happen.
When we find the bad guy, he's probably with others that are in the United States illegally. They may not be a criminal priority, but we're not walking away from them.
ICE Boston says they will continue to go into sanctuary jurisdictions and do their job.
Today was a good day. Today we took several significant public safety threats out of our communities. Unfortunately, a lot were released by sanctuary policies, but we're here to tell the Commonwealth and the rest of the country that we're going to find them whether they're released or not.
And guys, a quick note on some of the blurring we did in that story. We decided to hide the faces of the ICE officers, obviously, because a lot of them work undercover. We also blurred some of the faces of the suspects if their cases are still pending, if they've been arrested but haven't been convicted yet.
Shout out to everybody watching. I appreciate you guys. If you all have not smashed that like button yet, please do me a favor. Take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys have not hit the bell and subscribe to the channel, hit the bell. Subscribe to the channel, and also please share the stream to your social media. All right, you guys are killing it. We still on the 1-to-1. That's what's up. Let's try to keep up with the 1-to-1. We got 26 people watching and we got 25 likes. Let's try to get the likes to 50 and throw them 100s in the chat.
Yet we also learned after we were done filming that ICE picked up another target on the other side of the city. This was a previously deported Honduran illegal alien who was arrested locally and is facing charges for raping a woman while holding a gun in her mouth, guys. Those are the kind of targets ICE is picking up out.
So why would, again, we got to ask the question, this particular type of individual, right? This particular type of individual, why would anybody want to keep that type of individual in their locality, in their state, in their city? Why? You know what I'm saying? Does it make sense? What's the motive?
Here, we'll send it back to you.
Bill Malugin, thank you. Kaylee, an absolutely frightening collection of individuals. Took 33 hours to get 461 out of the way. Amazing what a little bit of leadership, a little bit of gumption, and the mandate from the American people can do.
And Emily, we were sitting there watching this, and you said 18 convictions for that Haitian individual. I mean, we were stunned to hear him say, bleep Trump. Thank you, Biden. Thank you, Obama. Biden forever, bro. Pay attention to what he is saying. That Biden and Obama enabled someone with 18 criminal convictions to sit in our country without any sort of accountability. There's a lot of people they need to add to that list. Mr. Haitian migrant, criminal who's no longer going to be here. Add Michelle Wu, the mayor of Boston. Add Brandon Johnson, the mayor of Chicago. Add Gavin Newsom, the governor of California.
So she said, now you guys know, this is Trump's former press secretary, by the way, right? She said, add Brandon Johnson to the list. You guys agree with her? If you guys agree with her, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. Gavin Newsom, yeah, you know what I'm saying? J.B. Pritzker.
Democrats have enabled this. And what a smart move from this administration to put these images out there within 48 hours. Because I can tell you this, the media is trying to focus on crying immigrants whose CBP apps were canceled, their appointments were canceled. They're trying to find the collateral migrants who are swept up. Tom Homan said that would happen because Democrats are not being compliant. They're trying to find those stories. And the Trump administration says, here are the criminals that are going to make the next Laken Riley happen in this country. This is what we're doing, protecting women.
Hey, look, hey. Oh, man. Shout out to AV. AV Promotion said she didn't mention Eric Adams though. That's because Eric Adams is a regular over there now. You know what I'm saying? He's here in the break room. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up, shorty? What you like in your coffee? All right, I got you. You know what I'm saying?
Girls, American citizens. And as Kaylee talks about the Laken Riley Act, Tom Homan warns these individuals, you will be arrested for these collateral individuals. You will be arrested for resisting this.
Yeah, you know, we do need to.
Y'all heard Eric Adams, right? Eric Adams, you do now. We got it. Watch the videos. Watch the videos. We got it on record. Eric Adams said Fox News is his favorite news organization. You know they ain't about to. You know. That's why Kaylee McKinney ain't saying nothing about Eric Adams. I appreciate you, shorty. You know what I'm saying? You guys remember that? Oh, you know, Rob talking crazy. You know what I'm saying? Rob talking crazy. Y'all remember that? Eric Adams said, you know, when I wake up in the morning and get my coffee and watch my favorite news out, my favorite news channel, you know, Fox News. Y'all remember when he said that? He said that. They was laughing at me when I got my Bitcoins. Who laughing now? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Eric Adams got a little pass that he flashed when he go over there. You know, he probably walk over there on his way, you know, to the to his office. Get him a little bit of coffee, say what's up to everybody and bounce.
Take a good look at the first law they broke, though. Because that is really the problem. They came into this country illegally. And the last administration wanted to legalize their illegal behavior and just turn them into our neighbors. And that's how these people have gotten to the point where, well, can we vote too? Eric Adams, don't forget what he said when he was a candidate before he decided he...
Eric Adams gonna have to get at her. E-Money gonna have to get at her, man. You know what I'm saying?
Might need Trump to clean up this mess that he and the governor of New York have put on the citizens here in the state with illegal immigration. He said, oh, I'll see if you can vote, even if you're not here legally. So can we all just agree that when you break our law of sovereignty at the border, It counts. It matters. And they are going after the most violent among them and the criminals. And if they sweep up some, as you said, Kaylee, I believe, look, they're not playing ball with ICE, but they're also sweeping up people because those people are with the illegal guys who are committing the violent crimes.
And they illegally came into the country as well. There's that, right? There's that.
Because they're here illegally too. I can't say that enough. And does that mean that everybody gets pushed out? What it ought to mean is everybody at least gets vetted.
Trace, I want to talk to you about something specific having to do with California. So we know that ICE issued over 420 detainers, which means that they demand to be notified when a national is released from custody. These ones that they're requesting are in custody for things like homicide, battery, rape, kidnapping, and the like. But they're in the city of San Jose, for example, when Miss Bambi Larson was murdered by an illegal immigrant who had 6 detainer requests from ICE. And that is why, in part, Michael Gates from Huntington Beach in your neck of the woods in Southern California is suing California, saying we are not a sanctuary city. You are hurting American citizens. So this is something that we're going to see reflected in these ongoing tensions now. But I see Tom Homan and the rest of the United States succeeding over this.
And it's important to note that when you talk about Huntington Beach, it's in Orange County, and Orange County is a redder part of California. Not as red as it used to be, but remember, in the election, 11 counties in California went red. So it was a big deal, a big shift. California is not going to cooperate. Bill Melugin, nobody's done better work on this stuff than Bill Melugin when he was talking about in his script saying Boston is not going to cooperate. Yes, but Boston is also not resisting a lot of this stuff. They're not putting up any kind of resistance, which is a very good point, because even Eric Adams is saying, you know what, we're gonna play ball. We're gonna play ball, and even Denver, we're gonna play ball a little bit. California's not there yet. California is pushing back, saying we are going to resist, we are going to protect. Chicago is saying we are going to protect our people. But you can see as they start seeing these images of MS-13 members. And
now, let me ask you guys this question: when Chicago, quote unquote, says that they're quote unquote protecting their people, are they actually protecting their people? Is that actually what's going on in Chicago? What's actually going on in Chicago?
And gang members being gathered up and sent to their home countries, you're going to see more public opinion come out and say, this is what we need. It's not Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez saying they're deporting legal people. It's not what's happening. They are reporting the worst of the worst, like they said they would.
Now, let me ask you guys this question. If there were legal people getting deported, right, because this is what Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is saying, right? If they were deporting legal people, wouldn't that be all over the news? The liberal media, CNN, NBC, CBS, ABC, they would nonstop put that on blast, and everybody would know about it. New York Times, Washington Post, it would be all over the place, right? Let me ask you guys this question. Does anybody have any news articles or news information about legal immigrants being deported under Trump? Does anybody have it? If you guys now, we'll talk about it. We'll do the investigation. We'll figure it out. If anybody has any information or any leads on that, make sure you guys get it to me. All right. But if this was actually happening, they would be showing this in the news nonstop. If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down.
Would do.
That's why the protection of the people means complying with ICE and actually helping this rather than resisting.
Well, and part of Bill Melugin's reporting, he commented on a woman, a neighbor, who, as they were bringing someone out, she yelled out of her window, "Thank you." This is what people voted for. We talk about Laken Riley and protecting the next Laken Riley. This was such a concern of so many Americans, women, moms, families, that their communities had just been turned into crime scenes because of these open border policies. And so I think that was, to me, just really crystallized a promise made and a promise being kept. And I hope we see more of it. And I'm with you. I love that we're getting these images, because that totally debunks the left's whole narrative on this.
Yeah. And those lives can never be restored. Those injuries can never be repaired. That trauma is permanent. So now this is just the first step in rectifying that. Hey, everyone.
All right, so there's that. All right, so now next what we're going to do is we're going to talk about some individual things that happened locally. All right. We're going to talk about some individual things that happened locally. Woman pleads guilty in human smuggling case that left 16 people dead at sea. All right, so they didn't end up making it. All right. A 26-year-old woman faces 5 years to life in federal prison after pleading guilty to playing a role in a human smuggling operation that left more than a dozen Cuban migrants dead at sea in 2022. All right, look at this going on down here. This is wild right here. Hold on real quick. Wait a minute. Did that go back or? Oh, look at this. A police officer pled guilty in a credit scam. Anybody shocked? Anybody shocked? According to the U.S. Department of Justice, Joaquin Dominguez Nieves pleaded guilty in Miami federal court on Tuesday to conspiring to smuggle aliens into the United States. She was charged in 2024. All right, so you guys see the name here. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just curious, do you all think that this had anything to do with, quote unquote, her interest in doing this illegal smuggling that she was doing? Now, check this out right here. You see this British man here voted illegally 6 times in South Florida. Now, how did that happen? How did that happen? Well, I guess we'll figure it out, right? We'll find out about it. She sent the money to a co-conspirator on the island. Now, let me ask you guys this question. Got to ask it. Do you guys think that she sent U.S. dollars via Western Union, or do you think she sent Bitcoin? Shout out to PD and shout out to Lehman Lucas. What's good with y'all? Y'all think she sent U.S. dollars, or you think she sent Bitcoin? That co-conspirator loaded 18 migrants onto a small fishing vessel with no life jackets and with a captain who, according to 2 survivors, did not know how to operate the vessel, a DOJ news report states. On November 16th, the boat sank 30 miles into the journey, deleting 16 on board. Many of the victims were young children and teenagers ranging from 9 months to 7 years old, along with 2 16-year-olds, authorities said. Why would parents have their young children on those boats? Only 4 of the migrants' bodies were recovered at sea. Their cause of death was ruled as drowning. Dominguez Nieves is scheduled to be sentenced in Miami federal court on April 11th. Now, let me ask you guys this question. What type of sentence do y'all think that she's going to get? Shout out to Lehman Lucas. Lehman Lucas said he thinks she sent a coin. She sent some coin. You know what I'm saying? Well, it looks like it's going to be part of the United States strategic Bitcoin stockpile now. You know what I'm saying? So you guys remember yesterday when we talked about the Mexican mafia, and I was asking if you guys had heard about that situation with the Mexican mafia? Guess what? I found the video. All right.
Crime buzz. Law enforcement announces dozens of arrests involving Mexican mafia prison inmates who directed gang members on the outside to commit violent crimes.
The 6-month operation also involved drug trafficking, ghost guns, and more. Our Juliet Vara joins us live with more about the defendants. Juliet.
This was a collaboration between local and federal authorities. So we're talking about agencies, including the DA, ATF, DEA, the San Diego Police Department. Officials saying that this operation has led to the arrest of 39 violent criminals, many of whom were arraigned right here in downtown this afternoon. Charges including murder, arson, and extortion.
This case is one of the greatest of our time.
Authorities declaring Operation Los Impuestos as one of the biggest in San Diego history. The level.
Now, let me ask you guys this question. How many people knew about this Operation Los Impuestos? How many people knew that this was going on? If you guys knew that this was going on, give me a thumbs up. If you guys did not know that this was going on, then give me a thumbs down. Yeah, it's going down. Now, let's do a little bit of critical thinking here. All right. Do you all think that this is somehow related to the cartels and human smuggling? If you do, let me know. If you don't, also let me know. Okay.
Of lawlessness, ruthlessness that these cartel and gang members displayed are stunning.
Surrounded by dozens of trafficked weapons now off San Diego streets, District Attorney Summer Stephan detailed how this investigation has disrupted the Mexican mafia known as La M. It's the largest prison gang in the United States.
And essentially, they are shot callers that coordinate.
So so what I want you guys to understand when it comes to this particular organization, they are the United States, for the most part, the United States equivalent to Trinidad Aragua. All right. They are the United States equivalent to Trinidad Aragua.
With Mexican cartels, and they also then give essentially orders to our street gangs, multiple gangs, on what they're supposed to do. Who are they supposed to execute because they didn't pay the tax? What business should they blow up?
Stephan says other orders from behind bars have included harassing and imposing mafia-style taxes on local businesses in areas like downtown, City Heights, and Barrio Logan.
They were told that if you call law enforcement, what we're doing to you now will only get worse. We'll vandalize your business. We'll burn your business. We will beat your employees. We will kill you and your employees.
Officials saying street gangs were also ordered to push drugs and weapons, all their actions terrorizing residents.
We had a case in Southeast San Diego where there were over 20 rounds exchanged on a residential street over a drug and taxing dispute. And when we went and served that search warrant, the neighbors came out and said, "Thank you for coming. We've been dealing with these people that we are scared to death of in our own neighborhood."
About 30 suspected criminals were arraigned Tuesday in downtown San Diego as part of this investigation that police say isn't over yet.
This needs to be a message to those who wish to do harm for organized crime. You can expect more of this if you exist here in our county.
In summer, Stephan says that this prison gang has been able to coordinate and sort of call the shots from behind bars with the use of cell phones. She also says that this operation has led.
Why do they have cell phones behind bars? Ladies and gentlemen, why do they have cell phones behind bars? Anybody got any answers for me on that? Why do they have cell phones behind bars?
Led to the confiscation of about 75 pounds of methamphetamine, about 60 pounds of fentanyl, and about 50 weapons, including AR-15 rifles. Reporting live downtown, I'm Juliet Vara, Fox 5 News.
Yeah, pretty interesting, right? Pretty interesting. Now, let's check this out. Let's see what's going on in Chicago. All right. A lot of people are worried about these flights. There's an article or there's a video that was posted by CNN. And this video from CNN talks about the quote unquote military aircraft. All right. Hold on real quick. Yeah, the military aircraft that are being used, right, in these quote unquote mass deportations. All right. Now, hey, they said it was going to be a military operation. So, you know, I don't think that anybody should be shocked or surprised by this, right? And I mean, if you ask me, what this is a people moving operation, right? So they have to use the most efficient, quote unquote, logistical means, right? If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. And shout out to everybody watching. I appreciate you guys. If you all haven't smashed that like button yet, please do me a favor, take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, please take a moment, hit that bell, and also please share the stream to your social media. And also, if you're not part of the Discord, take a moment, hit the link that's pinned in the chat, join the Discord, all right? Make sure you subscribe to the channel on Rumble. Also subscribe on Twitch.
Deportation flights are already underway. The White House posted this image to its X account showing people loading onto a plane. Madeline Rivera has the latest on the president's deportation plans. Migrant deportation flights are underway. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt posting these photos of migrants boarding planes, writing in part, quote, "The administration deported hundreds of illegal immigrant criminals via military aircraft. According to Border Patrol sources, each plane carries 80 people. This first flight took off from Biggs Army Airfield in El Paso, Texas, headed for Guatemala."
They allowed people to come in at levels that nobody's ever seen before. It was really an invasion. We will not allow our territory to be violated after.
So now look, I want you guys to pay attention, right? So on a 1-to-1 ratio, for every migrant, every criminal, illegal migrant, or any other migrant that's sent back to their country of origin, on a 1-to-1 ratio, for every one of those people, the opportunities or whatever it was, the money, whatever that any of those individuals was using, one person per one person should be going for that to secure that for themselves. If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree with that, give me a thumbs down and let me know why you disagree.
4 long years.
ICE reports that in the last 24 hours, there have been more than 500 arrests focused on migrants with a known criminal history. Less than a week into his second term, President Trump launched this mass deportation effort with federal agents active in multiple states across the U.S.
We're going to get them all out of here and restore safety and security to our cities. That's what the voters expressed on November 5th.
Meanwhile, fear is ramping up in sanctuary cities as ICE agents are now allowed to conduct arrests inside schools, hospitals, and churches, all previously considered safe spaces for migrants.
We will continue to do the work that we do to help people legalize their status, and we won't be intimidated by these policies.
The U.S. border has.
We know that they're not intimidated. They weren't even intimidated by the law. They just came in illegally, right? I mean, so that goes without saying, right? I mean, they don't have to say that, right? I mean, we know that.
Seen a drop in migrant encounters since Trump took office, down 35% from the final days of the Biden administration. In Washington, Mallory Rivera, Fox 32 Chicago. The city of Waukegan is posting to its social media site saying it will adhere to federal law enforcement on immigration and will not intervene. It's a part of the Illinois Trust Act. It says that's legislation is aiming to stop the participation of local law enforcement in federal immigration issues. The city says its main objective is to secure and maintain the well-being of its community. We did reach out to the Lake County Sheriff's Office, and the deputy chief gave us this statement saying, "We are doing what everyone else is doing following state law. The Illinois Trust Act outlines that Illinois law enforcement cannot enforce federal immigration laws. We also cannot obstruct the federal government from performing its enforcement efforts." Paris has been monitoring the issue across the state. And Paris, you're joining us now. You just had a conversation with some local people. What are they saying about this?
Well, you know, Sylvia, know your rights. Like you said previously, like the governor said, that is the message coming from state officials and immigrant rights groups. But there is a chill right now in the immigrant community. Stakeholders told me folks are staying home from places like school, church, and even going out to restaurants. So in addition, what do business owners do? Should they comply with ICE if an agent shows up at their door?
Well, now here's the thing, right? Now, because the laws are being enforced, they actually have criminals acting like criminals. They can't just brazenly be in the street showing their faces, right? Now they actually have to move like criminals. Before, they got to be criminals and didn't have a necessity to move like criminals. They didn't need to because they weren't being treated like criminals, right? Well, what's happening now? That's kind of changed, right? Gotta reference Biggie again. Things done changed, right?
I talked to 3 stakeholders just a little bit ago. The executive director of the National Immigrant Justice Center told me she believes the raids are actually hurting public safety, relaying a personal story to me.
I got a call last night from someone who had a fender bender and she was afraid to come out of her car. I said, it's okay. You can come out of the car. The Chicago police are not going to question you about your immigration status. If they do, just say under the Welcoming City Ordinance and Illinois Trust Act, I do not have to provide you with that information. But let's get this fender bender resolved.
So I want you guys to pay very close attention because now we got to take a look at the double standards. You now have the government encouraging people, right? You got the government now encouraging people to not comply with the police. Things done changed, right? If y'all would agree, things done changed, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, things have not changed, let me know how they haven't, all right?
And that makes our community safer because people feel comfortable going to the police to report a crime, or a victim of domestic violence will go to the police to report the abuser because she knows that she is not going to be subjected to immigration enforcement.
And so you'll hear a lot more about the immigration process on my show, Paris on Politics. That's tonight at 9:30 p.m. right here on Fox 32 News. Sylvia, we heard from a leader in the restaurant industry who talked about employees that are in danger right now and folks not coming out to restaurants. And we also talked to the head of the Chicago Republican Party saying it's just about the criminals. That's what this is targeting. Mary McCarthy, who you just heard from the National Immigrant Justice Center, saying she doesn't believe that. She believes they want to cast a wider net, and that's the fear in the community right now.
Okay. Deportation.
Now, if you ask me, you can kind of, you can anticipate, right? But in your anticipation, you have to be accurate with your anticipation. And for the most part, you can only go off of what has happened. So now, this is my question. Thus far, with this entire thing, what has happened? All right. Let me know in the comment section. All right. Shout out to everybody who came through. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys show love to the stream sponsors. As you guys know, without the stream sponsors, ain't no streams. All right. Shout out to my man, Al McCowan. Make sure y'all show him some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for joining the membership. Shout out to my man, AB Promotions, for the nickel. I definitely appreciate you, bro. Make sure that you guys smash the like button. Make sure you guys hit the bell. Make sure you guys share the stream to your social media. Make sure you stay in the live stream and let it take you to the next window. All right. Also, remember, with those goals, when you guys hit the goals, we get the call-in shows popping. All right. And as always, ladies and gentlemen,